Good day to you all. I am Tartan Rose, who used to be Tartanist, who used to be mental meanderings of an older mind. But this is evolution, and I have evolved. It's been a while since I've been here, and I want to apologize to everyone. Uh, but life happens, let's put it that way. So today I want to talk about mistakes. Because mistakes were made, I make them, you make them, we all do. It's a thing. And too many times we beat ourselves up about it. So I want to talk about the freedom to make our own mistakes. Pretty much we all have been making mistakes since we were very young. This is how we learned and grew. In some cases, we had to try multiple times in order to get a correct solution. It's like trying until you get it right. But our solution may not be the only one. It may work for us, but maybe one or two others, but not everyone. All we can do is put our solution into the world. Maybe it will work for others, maybe it won't. What happens too often is that we admonish ourselves or others because we made a mistake. We start doing this around about 10 years old. We're criticized by teachers, by parents, mostly by friends at that time in our lives. Because that's what we do as kids. We pick on each other. Because of these experiences, we beat ourselves up or put ourselves down because we feel that we are stupid or completely incapable of doing a certain thing. This thing, whatever it is, could be difficult to accomplish for whatever reason. Some people can get things easier than others. And because we could not accomplish it in the first try, we berate ourselves. We hate ourselves. We say we're useless, we can't do it, and we give up. And that's wrong. That's completely wrong. We need to break this cycle. We need to realize that we are only human. We will make mistakes. We need to learn to forgive ourselves, to accept that some things take more than one try to get it right. I've done this on multiple times. I've tried some things and I thought, wow, this person can do it real easy. I should be able to do it real easy too. Not realizing that that person who was showing me this thing has been doing it for multiple years. More than likely, they didn't get it right on their first try either. And they experimented and they tried different ways, and then they began to get it. You don't get things perfect on the first try. It was like when you're a baby. You look at a baby trying to walk. It doesn't happen on the first try. They can't just stand up and walk around the room. It takes time for them to learn how. And as you get older, it takes time for you to learn how to do things. Walking, talking, reading, writing, thinking, just doing anything takes time to learn. We all have the freedom to make mistakes. Now, that's another thing that makes us human. We have the freedom to do it. No one's going to stand there and whack you over the head every time you get something wrong, except you. We learn new things all of the time, every single day. We don't understand all these things sometimes, no matter what it is. We don't understand what we learned, but we learn every single day. The only day you stop learning is the day after you die. Gonna let that one sink in for a second. The reason it's the day after is because on the day you die, you learned what it's like to die, no matter how it happens. So, what we don't have is the freedom to criticize other people for making mistakes. Please remember, we are not perfect. We are human. And by criticizing others, the only thing we are proving is how unkind we are. We are no better than the person we are criticizing. They're making a mistake. We've made mistakes too. Always remember that. This might sound a little cliche, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you see someone having a problem with something that you think is very easy, just remember one little thing. What if it were you? Some kid's learning to ride a bike, and he's falling down a lot without the training wheels, and he's falling down a lot. Are you going to criticize him because he's falling down, or are you going to remember what it was like for you riding a bike? Don't tell him, it's easy, just do it. No, it ain't. And I have scars of skinned knees to prove it. One thing that everyone needs to remember also is to treat others the way we want to be treated. Even if the other person or people treat you badly. Do you want to be treated badly? I'm going to guess the answer to that one is no. So don't treat them that way. I've been through this situation a whole lot. I am a fallible being. But I still treat people with respect because that's how I want to be treated. Even if I don't get that kind of treatment in return. I gave them the respect I thought I deserved, but if they refuse to give it back, then that's the way they want to be treated. So if someone messes up or screws up on something, try not criticizing them. If they try, and if you you do nothing but criticize them, they could try harder in a dumber way and get hurt. Take some of these kids in skateboard videos. They get sincerely hurt. And no, it's easy to criticize someone. It's easy to criticize yourself. Because that's what you think. That's what's running around in your head. We all have to stop criticizing ourselves. Stop being so critical. Forgive ourselves. You made a mistake. It's over. Let it go. I know that sounds cliche, but yeah, that's the thing. Don't get angry at yourself. Don't get frustrated with everything. Take a step back, take a couple of long breaths, think it through, and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. And then try it again. If you don't keep trying, you won't know how to do it right. And you'll just throw it aside and decide, I'm no good, I'm worthless. And you think all you ever do is make mistakes. And then you get depressed. And you keep feeling more worthless. And then more depressed. And that doesn't help anything. That also goes for criticizing others. When they make a mistake, it's done. You can either help them or just walk away from it. There is no absolute need to bring it up after that. Yes, they made a mistake. Help them, especially if they ask. Because you also don't know how long they've been trying. You don't know if it's the first time or the 50th time. You also don't know how that will make that person feel. You don't know their background, their history, or anything. So don't be too quick to judge. Just remember, we are all human and all fallible. That's kind of what being human is. Making mistakes is how we learn. And we have the freedom to make these mistakes. Don't let anybody ever tell you it's really easy after you've made a mistake the first time. It's easy. It was easy for them. It's not easy for you because you're not them. They are also not you. You are unique and an individual. And if you do make mistakes, okay, correct the situation. I know I've said that a lot, but that's pretty much the way it is. Just try something different. And if you criticize someone, pull it back a little. Apologize. Offer help. Don't do it intentionally. And don't do it constantly. Just try to be human. So that was this offering for today. I have been the Tartan Rose. And I'll be me. You be you. It's just easier that way. Bye now.